Visualization Exercises. Using visualization in your life is so easy. Once you get the hang of the process, you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish with your imagination. For now, though, let's look at some super simple visualizations to get you started. Simple visualizations for beginners. Life of the party. If you're feeling a little socially anxious, this is the perfect visualization for you. With a specific social function in mind, ask yourself what kind of person you want to be by the end of the event. Are you looking to be really social? Just a touch more gregarious? Picture this version of yourself. Now picture the event. See yourself moving around inside this event, interacting with people. Focus on positive responses and emotions. Seek out the happiness points. Couple this with thoughts to support this version of you. Things like, I'm comfortable here, and I like talking to people. Practice this repeatedly. By the time you reach the event, the interaction should feel familiar and natural. Safe place. We all have places we've been where we felt incredibly safe and secure. When feeling anxious, use this visualization to tap into those memories. Start by visualizing a place of this nature in as much detail as you can imagine, using all your senses. Now put yourself in this place. Let the safety and comfort of this place surround you until you feel peaceful and calm. Balloon. For troubling thoughts, use this visualization. Start with deep breathing to put yourself into a calm and relaxed state of mind. When you feel safe and secure, allow the bad thought to come into the space alongside you. Look at it and examine it, identifying it for what it is, a troubling thought. Do not give it more power than this. Next, draw a balloon around the thought, until it's entirely encased and bobbing on the end of a string held firmly in your hand. Now let the balloon go and watch it float away until it's out of sight. Practice scenarios. When you have something coming up which worries you, such as a speech or some other event where you're going to be called upon to perform, try using visualization to practice beforehand. In this, your goal is already evident, as it's the action you need to partake in. Create as thoroughly as you can the venue where this event's going to take place. Visit the place beforehand so you can use accurate and in-depth detail. Next, place yourself there, performing your activity. See yourself from the outside, looking on as you perform. Then run it through again, looking at this event through your own eyes as you experience every emotion that comes from this event. Run through it from start to finish, ending on a triumphant note. Lemon to lemonade. In this visualization, you're going to want to have an actual piece of fruit. A lemon works well, both for its simple shape and the pleasant aroma it gives off. You start the visualization by calming yourself. Let yourself relax entirely and thoroughly. When you reach a state where you still have control of your body but are feeling deeply immersed in the visualization state, open your eyes to study the lemon. Smell it, touch it, use all of your senses. Now close your eyes and recreate the lemon in your mind, in the same level of detail. You do this exercise to get used to visualizing actual items in such a way that you can feel comfortable manipulating them, and also to give you a sense of what it is to imagine something you already have. Practice this until you can recreate the lemon perfectly. Once you have this visualization down, you're going to shift your point of interest onto something you desire. If you want money, hold out a $100 bill and use it in the same way, learning how to construct the money accurately in your mind. If you want something else, find an image you can hold to practice the imagery. So, moving to the house of your dreams, you might use a picture of the kind of home you desire. Whatever you pick, hold the image in front of you, memorizing it. When you're done, recreate it in your mind in as much detail as possible. Again, do this with the assurance of already having this in the same way you did with the lemon. More advanced visualization exercises. Feeling more confident by now? Good for you. These next visualizations are going to require a little more concentration, as there are added elements you'll be putting into them. Remember to be patient with yourself if you find these hard at first. Weight loss visualizations. If you want to lose a few pounds, you're not alone. This is one of the most common visualizations people seek out. There are two here to explore, ending with the same goal. The first takes your weight loss goal and asks you to picture yourself already having lost the weight. What do you look like? Study yourself as if looking into a mirror. See the new you in careful detail. Do this imagery with and without clothes. In the alternate version, you're going to do what's called magnetization. You imagine having a magical magnet inside your body. This magnet is pulling you inwards, pulling at your body until it reshapes itself into the body you desire. Imagine how this feels, what the experience would be like. Become conscious of the magnet pulling you into this other shape and carry it with you. Mind movies. Needing romance? Have a confrontation to resolve? Hoping to find a new lover? Anytime your desire involves other people, this is a great visualization to pull out and use. Start with picturing yourself as you are now. In a calm and relaxed state, see yourself in complete detail. Layer in happiness and contentment, or determination, or whatever emotion you're hoping to have in the encounter. Now, fill in the setting for where your encounter will hopefully happen until you have every detail. Last of all, introduce the other characters. What you're doing is creating a movie in your mind. The other characters can be people you know or people who you'd like to meet. Set them in motion and interact with them. Play out the encounter you're hoping to have and visualize the perfect outcome. Replay this over and over until you create this reality for yourself and for the other person as well. Roadmap. This one's a little bit complicated, but works so incredibly well once you have it down, it's worth the effort. You start the visualization with your goal in mind and then backtrack through all the steps. Create a roadmap that'll take you from where you are now to where you want to go. Do every step in as much detail as you can, seeing yourself successfully completing every step along the way. It's the journey which is important here, more than the destination, so don't skimp on any of the details. Be sure to go back through this visualization often and adjust the map as you need to keep you on the right path to where you want to go. Altered reality. Are you having trouble with something which happened in the past? If so, use visualization to put you back in the painful event. Now you're going to revisit the trauma carefully, going back through it in detail with one very significant change. You're going to write a different ending to the story. No, you can't rewrite history, but you can lay it to rest. Let yourself have the ending you both wanted and needed so you can finally let this memory go. Gifts and gratitude. We really can't accomplish anything alone. This is why it's so important to say thanks. Before even beginning your visualization, take a moment to write down a list of people you feel helped you in some way. Think about the times they've gone out of their way already for you. Now engage in your visualization in much the same way you always did. This time, as you reach the happy conclusion of your visualization, take a moment and start thanking the people who will help you to reach this point. If you know their names, thank them out loud by name. If you don't, you can use tags such as friend or doctor, or whatever you feel is appropriate. Use the same techniques on this thanks as you would on the rest of the visualization. Use your emotions and thank these people very sincerely. After all, they're part of your future success. Added exercises to challenge yourself. Using visualizations alongside something else, such as affirmations, doubles up the power and really can throw you into making serious progress on your goals. Try any of these to take you to the expert level. Affirmations. While working on the visualization, add in 1 or 2 affirmations related to this visualization. Make this part of the vision you're creating in your mind. As you form the image, repeat the affirmation. Feel the emotion of the completed goal you're visualizing and add it to the affirmation. Later, when you repeat the affirmation to yourself, recall the feeling you'd experienced in the visualization with it. For optimal results, use affirmations or visualizations right when you wake up or before bed at night. Combine them for a little added oomph. Journaling. When you create a visualization, you want to remember it so you can revisit it again and again. Adding in journaling serves a twofold purpose. First, the very act of writing about the experience will help you to recall it better. Second, you're going to discover journaling itself becomes an act of visualization. To begin journaling, find something to write in. You will use only for visualization. You're going to want to be able to revisit these entries, so finding them quickly in one place will prove helpful. Also, this act is essential, and you want the journal you use to reflect this importance. You might not like this next step, but it's highly recommended you write out these visualizations by hand. It's been proven time and again when we write things by hand, we remember them better. But there's also a more personal and intimate connection when writing about your dreams and goals by hand. You'll find it easier to be more real and to go deeper with your writing when you do. Journaling, when paired with visualization, is a powerful tool. The beautiful thing about writing things down, you can add notes about how you see your dreams being made manifest in your life as you go. This makes your journal a permanent record of all the wonderful things happening in your life, creating a treasure you'll want to visit over and over again. Vision board. We are by nature very visually oriented. A picture can take you immediately to a time or place in a way words never can. This is why it's so important to give this next one a try. Vision boards take your visualization and put it someplace where you can see what you are envisioning in your mind's eye. The process is relatively simple. You find images which remind you of your goal. Some pictures might be very literal translations of what you're imagining. Some might only be added just to layer an emotion or specific detail or color onto the board. The goal here is to be as creative as possible. Once you have your details, set them out in a bulletin board or another method which allows you to display them easily. You want to be able to see your board often. Infuse the board with the goals, the emotions, and the details of everything you want to accomplish, so every time you look at it, you feel inspired all over again. More on creating your own visualizations. Anytime you create a visualization, it can be challenging, especially as you leave the world of the more guided meditations and start to guide yourself. While some of the meditations you've done did include a goal unique to yourself, this time you're taking charge of the whole visualization from start to finish. Once you learn this method, though, there won't be anything you can't visualize for yourself. Image. In a relaxed start, begin the visualization. Start with a flat image of what you want in your head, much like a photograph. This can be made even easier by starting with an actual physical photograph if you need something for inspiration. Make it real. Photographs are good starting points, but now you're going to add a little depth. As if blowing up a balloon, inflate the image to make it 3D. Now you have something in your mind you can touch that has weight you can hold in your hands. Bring it to life. Let's take this a step further. If what you've created is a human being, it seems more like a doll or mannequin right now. You're going to bring it live, enabling this to live and breathe and move. Engage the senses. What do you notice now about what you created? Is it warm? Cool? Does it move fast or slow? What's the texture or smell? Explore with all your senses. Choreography. Now you're setting the dream into motion. Interact with what you've created. What role was this meant to play in your visualization? Place it in this role and watch what happens next. But keep in mind, you're moving as well, interacting with your creation. If you've designed a room, you should be able to move around in it and pick up every item you see or interact with, every door and window. This is a real space, contained only by your imagination. This is your future goal and your success, so it needs to be as real as it can possibly be. Some quick tips to help you in this process? Try multiple perspectives. To make your visualization live and breathe, you might need to move to view it or experience it from different angles. Slip inside the skin of what you've made and see it through those eyes. Look at it from a distance. Notice everything about it. Make it ideal. Don't worry about gritty reality. This is a goal for the future. Let it be idealized if need be. Besides, the more positive you picture the visualization, the more likely your outcome will be equally positive. Some final words might be appropriate for now. Hang in there, we're almost done. Visualization is only part of the process. The most important part is letting go of the visualization and returning to your daily life. You might think at first nothing has changed, but in truth, you already have, and in deep and meaningful ways. From here on out, it's all up to you. You begin by acting as if the goal has already been realized. Be the person you'd visualized. The second thing to remember is even more important. You've set in motion something great. Don't fail now by ignoring the opportunities the universe brings your way. From this point on, everything you do is loaded with significance. Keep your eyes open, your attitude positive, and always seek out the next best thing to do. The rest will come all on its own.